Welcome to Richmond Raceway, qualifying underway for the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series presented by Mr. Ghostman. Cars headed out for qualifying. They get 5 minutes to get 2 laps down. See cars such as the 27 of Bikey with the yellow on the nose, on the windshield banner, and on the rear spoiler. That is how they are marking playoff drivers tonight. All 12 drivers in the playoffs are here. Bikey hitting the wall and then crossing the line, so his first lap's not going to count. Going to have to get it done on lap number 2 for Bikey, one of our playoff drivers having trouble in qualifying. Wes Parker out to start his first lap. Nathan Lafayette, first one to put a time in. 23:28, the early benchmark. Alex Reeling jumps up there with a 22:69. 22 is a pretty good lap. Roebuck goes at a 22.700. Slots into second. Gallimore third. Dingman fourth. As Parker crosses the stripe. Parker only goes fifth fastest. Reeling 22.69 is our pole sitter so far. Roebuck sitting second. Try to get our cameras working properly. Gallimore sitting in third. Out-qualified both his teammates. Wes Parker on lap 2 goes top of the charts, 22 very briefly. And then Hayden Lull goes to the top with a 22.61. So Hayden, all these drivers getting the fastest lap on lap number 2. Clapper Newell out on track, first lap good for 8th. Smacks the outside wall in 2. Bill Rivard sitting on pit road. Edwards begins his first lap of qualifying. Edwards been really strong in trucks here. I believe he won in the 87 series here. $23.11 for Edwards puts him in 8th. See if he's able to do the same as most have done, picking up on lap number 2. Dustin Franklin's first lap jumps up to 7th. Watch Edwards around to the line. Second lap jumps him up to 5th fastest. So Edwards up into the top 5. Ethan Evers' first lap puts him in 8th. Bill Rivard's second lap jumps him up to 5th. So many cars on track, it's hard to keep track of them all. Dustin Franklin goes 10th on his second lap. Ethan Evers moves up to 8th. Benke in the Amtrak car, sitting in 12th. John Garrett heading out. Dead Parrot Rum Chevrolet. Think it happen, Zach. Just full throttle it up out of backstretch. Garrett across the stripe with 22.97 on his first lap, puts him in 10th. Most drivers have picked up on lap 2. See if John Garrett's able to duplicate that. 5 drivers still to go out with a minute left, including playoff driver Joel Munchell. The other 11 drivers in the playoffs have attempted a qualifying lap. Garrett picks it up, moves up to 9th fastest on the second lap. John Garrett sits in 9th. J Munch has not gone out on track, so one of our playoff drivers is currently starting no better than 17th. I think Wes Parker has damaged his car. The left front is not turning. Car's definitely had better days. Now the car's going to blow up. And that does it for qualifying. So J Munch, team opting not to qualify, will start 19th. Playoff driver deep in the ninth field. Just trying to survive. There you go. Thoughts from the 69 team saying they're just trying to survive. Our timing screen is broken, so we're going to have to reload things here. Then we'll get ready to our starting lineup. There we go. Hayden's even on track early. I don't know how to handle things now. There we go. Start with our music. We gotta have music. There we go. Labor 12, starting lineup. Coming at you hot. Hayden Law on the pole in the 67 Napa Ford. Alex, why does it say Alex? Wesley Parker, the 22, starts in the second spot. 1010's Racing Toyota. Alex Reeling, the Heatwave Ford Mustang, starts in the third spot. Blake Roebuck, App State Ford Mustang, starts in fourth. See the yellow on the nose and the windshield and the spoiler. That is the playoff marker. So all these cars with those identifiers are playoff machines. Bill Rivard, fifth. Propel Chevrolet, Mike Edwards in sixth. The Cave RP Toyota. Paul Gallimore, the Superflow Motor Oil Chevrolet, starts in the seventh spot. Ethan Evers, Cave RP Toyota, starts in the eighth spot. John Garrett, Dead Parrot Rum GSMT Chevy, starts in the ninth spot. Brandon Bikey's 27,
right,
starts in 10th. Dustin Franklin starts 11th in the Fort Worth Screen Printing Chevrolet. Mark Dingman starts 12th in the Grading Authority Chevrolet. See the playoff banners for him. Benke starting in the 13th spot in the 35. Jeremy Scherer, the Chevrolet Accessory Chevy, starts in 14th. Jeremy Clapper Duel, 15th in the Fort Worth Screen Printing KVRP Toyota. Nathan Lafayette in the Penguin Travel Centers Toyota starts 16th. Blake Giglio not showing as gridded up. Would have started 17th, but not on the track. Harry Grindell, Team Kamikaze Toyota, starts 18th. J Munch, the Arc.io Toyota, starts 19th. JR Deal Little Caesars Toyota, 20th. And Ian Montrose, the M&M's Ford Mustang, starting 21st. Had to mute the drivers during that. Thank goodness mute was working. We never would have got the starting lineup in. They are chatty tonight. Bunch of chatty chats. Lights out on our Ford Mustang pace car. We're getting set to get 150 laps underway via halfway points awarded at the end of lap 75. Let's see if we can track down anything else about tonight's race. One fast repair, 60% fuel, 4 changes of tires, 5 sets total. 5 total sets, plenty of tires for Richmond. Hayden Lowell gets us started in this one. Jumps out to a quick lead. Wes Parker second, Battle on for third.
I got a black flag for jump on the start. I went at the end of the zone, but it didn't go yet, so I got to serve it.
Hayden starting the race with a black flag. Fortunately, it's the early stages of the race, so he is going to be able to have plenty of time to rebound.
I'm serving it this time.
So race leader Hayden Lowell, pole sitter, going to be ducking off the track when he gets around to turn 3. We'll see this Napa car go probably a lap down. See Wes Parker moving up high to not run in the back of him. Reeling. Oh, he hits the end of the pit wall. Hayden Lowell going from bad to worse, tearing up the right front and dragging the cone underneath the car as he hits the pit wall, coming to pit road to serve a penalty.
And I got an unsafe pit entrance. What the hell?
Well, you did hit the pit road very hard. Hayden Lowell going from bad to worse, picking up a black flag for unsafe pit entry. Takes his fast repair on lap 3, going to go a lap down as you see the field going by. Field storms on by. We're still green. Unfortunately for Hayden, we haven't picked up that early race yellow that we tend to have. Hayden Lowell, just a frustrating night for him. Won 2 races, was a regular season champ. Sits on pit road, now he's serving a penalty. It's a 40-second hold for unsafe pit entry, so he's going to be sitting there a while. Tough break for Hayden. Wes Parker takes over the race lead. Alex Reilly rides in the second spot. Blake Robot, Bill Rivard, a couple playoff drivers, third and fourth. Mike Edwards in tow in fifth. Ethan Evers sixth, Mikey seventh. Gallimore is eighth, Franklin ninth, and John Garrett 10th. All 12 playoff drivers showing up tonight. Love to see that one. Everybody's able to make it out. Give it a good fight. Rivard not letting Roebuck get away, breathing down his neck. Heading down through 1 and 2. Dang. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, you spelled it wrong, but I still know what you meant. Close enough to get the message across. I need a reminder once I get done with the lineup, because I'll forget every time. Wes Parker, Alex Reeling, starting to get a little tighter up there. Roebuck fading a bit. See everyone starting to close in on these two. Jump back up front. It's Reeling. It's caught up to Wes Parker. Update on Hayden Lowell. He is 3 laps down. He's hoping for some quick yellows before the leaders start lapping the field. That happens, it's going to be a very uphill battle for Hayden Lowell. Right now, JR Deal is 19th. He is only 8 seconds behind the leader. Needs to be about 22, 23 before he's in danger of being lapped. Continue to watch this battle for the lead. Reeling, not going away. They're lapping in the 23.5s as the tire fall off begins to set in. The entire top 15 ran a lap this lap slower than last lap. The tire fall off is definitely key here. Put that in perspective, the best lap of the race is about a 22.8, 22.7. Already about a full second, 14 laps. Closing in on Derek Watkins' favorite, 10% of the way. Next lap will be the 10% marker. Parker Reeling 1 and 2. Roebuck Rivard still 3-4. Edwards, Evers, 5th and 6th. Bikey said they were still trying to figure this place out. He's up to 7th. 10%, nice. Bikey's getting somewhere. Let's check out our biggest movers of the race. J Munch up 5 from the back. Currently in the 14th position. Montrose up 5. Montrose sits in the 16th spot. Hayden Lowell, minus 19. Brutal start to the race for Hayden Lowell. Wes Parker starting to get a little bit of a gap. Alex Reilly fading a little bit. Rivard and Roebuck. Edwards, Evers, Bikey. Evers gets up the track a little bit, trying to avoid Edwards. Bikey closed right in on the back bumper. See if he tries to take it to the outside of the 26. He's going to try to dive underneath him on corner exit. It's a great strategy. Gets the nose of his Chevrolet inside the 26 Toyota. See what Evers decides to do, if he tries to let him go and get back in his rhythm, or if he tries to fight early in the race. Evers going to go ahead and give up that spot so he can get back down to the bottom on exit. Now to move Mikey up to the 6th spot. Evers slides to 7th. Oh. Evers charged back in there. Thought he might tag the bumper, but able to avoid him. You see some right side damage to that 26. He's been up into the wall. Right front fender a little torn up. See Gallimore in the 6th. Teammates with Mikey. He's sitting in the 8th spot. Then you have the 2 Fort Worth team cars of Dustin Franklin and John Garrett, 9th and 10th. There is the machine of Hayden Lull. He's going to be tearing back through the field, trying to get his laps back the hard way. Goes the inside of John Garrett. Again, not from position. Hayden Lull 3 laps down in 20th. Behind them, you see the battle. Mark Dingman, Harry Grindell. Harry and the Chance 2 team trying to get ahead of Mark Dingman, the Cool Runnings team. Jeremy Scherer in tow. Grindell not in the playoffs, but the 2 fighting behind him are. It's Mark Dingman, Jeremy Scherer battling for 12th now. Behind them, you see J Munch riding in 14th. There's J Munch 14th, Ian Montrose in 15th. Clapper Newell is 16th. He's got some right side damage. He's been up in the wall. And you have Matt Benke, Amtrak Machine 17th. Nathan Lafayette currently in 18th. JR Deal is 19th, last car on a lead lap. He is currently 13 seconds behind our leader, so about 10 seconds ahead of our leader. Hayden Lull would like to see the caution come out before that 9 car goes a lap down. Working lap 24 of 150. Parker's lead now a full second. With 42, Alex Reeling. Bill Rivard rides 3rd. Rivard's gotten a breathing room over the 30 of Alex Reeling as Mike Edwards is closed in on the back bumper of Reeling. Bikey right there to try and take advantage as well if Edwards can get the 30 off the bottom. This trio, 4th, 5th, and 6th, working through turns 1 and 2. Edwards gets right to the back bumper of the 30 of Roebuck. See Hayden Lull working by Ethan Evers, not for position. Edwards gets good center roll, but Roebuck's car is just parked right in the way and he has to check up. Every time he does that, it hurts both Edwards and Bikey. See, this time he was far enough back, he doesn't have to check up. He's going to be able to roll up to the back of that Mustang. Here comes Hayden. Gets the inside of Bikey. Hayden with a little bit fresher tire, I'm assuming. That or just raw speed. I'm driving mad. Hard to tell since he had that penalty. His stop was 56 seconds long, but of course, like we said, the penalty was in there, and he also took a fast repair as he smacked the pit wall. And here goes Bikey looking to the inside of Edwards. This is for the 5th position. Edwards rolls it in a little bit deeper, then closes down the access there. Edwards hangs on to the spot. Hayden gets Roebuck up the track. Roebuck's going to try to duck back in line in front of Edwards before he can fill the gap. Roebuck able to get back down and hold on to 4th. Hayden Lull. 3 cars left to try and unlap himself from 3 laps down to 2 laps down. If he could do that and JR stay on the lead lap and a yellow come out, he would essentially make up 2 laps. There is race leader Wes Parker by 1.7 seconds over Alex Reeling. Bill Rivard rides 3rd. Blake Roebuck, Mike Edwards, Brandon Bikey. This trio is right back to fighting Just had a little bit of a relapse as the 67 went through. They had to take a break. Now they're right back after it. A Ford, a Chevy, and a Toyota doing battle. Edwards gets a little out of shape here. Mikey's going to get a good run heading down to 1. And the caution comes out. Caution flag flies. Clapper Newell in the wall. There goes Wes Parker. Parker going to lap the 21. So we'll see if... Should see a lucky dog for Hayden here. Montrose gets out of shape. Oh my. Sends the 21. And then tags him. Shoots him up to the outside wall. Looks like Montrose was just big out of shape coming out of 2. So he's running the high side through 1 and 2. Is the 1 car of Montrose up ahead. Smacks the outside wall. That gets his car out of shape. He hangs the throttle and then spins it right into Clapper Newell. Clapper Newell, just an innocent bystander on that one. Montrose taking out the 21. Field comes down pit road, except for Bikey. Bikey did not come down pit road. Looks like Banky will join him.
Hello, Bikey.
Interesting.
I'm pitting, Jeremy.
Bikey is going to pit, just not in the first lap.
Yeah, I am too.
Reeling down and away.
Will you get
Wes
around
Parker.
and stay out?
10. Bill
I'm a
Rivard.
lap down.
Yes, and then you would be not allowed down if you stayed out. That's what he's trying to get at. Watch the rest of the field roll off pit road here. Bikey does come down on the second time around. That's an interesting strategy. I don't know if he missed pit road the first time or what. Maybe just wanted to go to the back. Very strange. So Alex Reeling. 7-second stop for Reeling. Perhaps he thought it was too early. Take a set of tires. The way the tire strategy lays out, you could take a set every 30 laps. Be 30, 60, 90, 120 and to the finish. Interesting. That is fascinating. I have no idea. A, why we have a 7-second stop for Reeling, because that's pretty much gas only. He is going to drop like a rock. Wes Parker and company all taking fresh tires until you get to Lafayette in 13th. He had an 8-second stop, so not a 4-tire stop there.
Somebody give me a new oil.
Yeah, driver, heating them tires up.
Dingman, Binky,
That's the 27.
Bikey.
That's the 27 box.
Hayden. 2
Yeah,
laps
I got the
down,
same thing.
19th. Clapper Newell has gone now 2 laps down as he's taken some damage repair. Interesting call there. Would have thought he would try to stay on a different lap from Hayden so that he would get the
Me.
free pass.
Number one.
Montrose opting to go to the back in the number 1. Lights are out on our pace car. We're getting set for the restart here. A late EOL for Montrose here, but there he goes. Edwards was chewing up his tires apparently. So you get that sorted in the back of the field. Up front, we're sorted out 2 by 2.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to do this shit. I'm sorry. You're good.
Reeling gets us restarted. Parker has to get out of the gas as Reeling can't get the car to accelerate. Those old tires. We're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Reeling can't hold on to it. Goes up the track right in front of his teammate and Bill Rivard. going to sneak through, is reeling into the outside wall. The no tire option, not a good idea at all. The 00, Nathan Lafayette, looked like he hit the inside wall there. Let's take a look at this 00. Yeah, he does go down and into the inside wall. Playoff car hitting the inside wall, so huge implications for the playoffs. Roebuck and Rivard battle for the lead. Alex Reeling, I couldn't believe he went up the track and tagged his own teammate just out of not being able to hang on to that car. Fresh tires, obviously the way to go. And Reeling has fallen all the way back to 15th. Wes Parker having an issue in the 22. Parker rolling pit road here. May have picked up a black flag. I saw him trying not to get in front of the leader on the restart. And those old tires really messing things up. Parker down and away right as the field comes by. Turn of events, a lot happening here. Lap 41 of 150. Roebuck gets his way back in front of Bill Rivard, now leading the race. Rivard second, Edwards and Evers third and fourth. Harry Grindell up into the top 5. Dustin Franklin. Then you see the lap machine of Parker. There's Gallimore, Jay Munch, Ian Montrose, John Garrett, Jeremy Scherer, J.R. Deal, Mark Dingman, and Matt Benke. And a gap back to the 42. The old tires, Alex Reeling's got some right front and right rear damage on that 42. Bikey 16th. Also didn't take 4 tires. Lafayette falling back. He didn't take 4 tires. He's all the way back in 17th. Wes Parker, first car 1 lap down. He's going to try to unlap himself. Doing so would help Hayden Lull. But if he's unable to, this is worst case scenario for Hayden Lull, as other cars will be the ones
Why did you pit?
getting the free pass.
Is that neck code or something, Blake?
Wes Parker moving to the inside of Ethan Evers. Leaves 2 cars left for Parker to pass to get back on the lead lap the hard way.
Sorry, Joe, I got a lot of rear bias and it just got loose.
Parker will be driving that car hard to try to get back on the lead lap the hard way so he doesn't have to start tail into the field if he does get on the lead lap. Roebuck leads, Bill Rivard second. Ethan Evers, Harry Grindell, they're set up to battle. Grindell's starting to move forward. You have Garrett and Gallimore. That's actually Dustin Franklin and Gallimore. Hayden Lull, obviously still 2 laps down. Getting involved in there, trying to move forward. See the 69 of Jay Munch. Said he was just trying to survive, riding in the 8th spot. John Garrett in 9th. Ian Montrose 10th. Jeremy Scherer in 11th. J.R. Deals 12th. Mark Dingman 13th. There is Benke 14th. Brandon Bikey 15th. Bikey 10 seconds behind the leader already. And 6 seconds behind the rest of the field. After not taking tires on that stop, maybe rethinking his strategy. He has fallen way back with Alex Reeling and Nathan Lafayette. Then you see the Clapper Newell machine with Lafayette. These cars have a lot of damage to them. They are currently 16 seconds behind the leader. So about 7 seconds from being lapped. And quickly losing ground because of the older tires for Lafayette. So pit strategy to trying to save tires for later in the race may backfire for these guys if they don't catch a caution soon. Wes Parker trying to get round Bill Rivard. get back on the lead lap. There's 2 cars left to do so as they fight for the lead in front of them. Parker really doesn't need to force the issue here because he's in a good spot. He knows if the yellow does come out, he is the lucky dog. And if the leaders start catching cars to put them a lap down, he's still going to be right there to also pass them. So he doesn't really have to force the issue here. Yes sir, Jake. It's going good. Richmond's a wonderful track. Some people just don't know how to drive it. Those people tend to hate it. It's a wonderful track though. So Roebuck and Rivard, 1 and 2. Third car on your screen, Wes Parker, a lap down, trying to get his lap back. In position for the free pass should the yellow come out. Third place, Ethan Evers. Oh, Roebuck gets sideways into 30 right in front of the field, stacks everybody up. Parker going to be the one that gets set back the most as Ethan Evers then goes in there. Rivard sent it in deep. Evers trying to get second away from Bill Rivard here as all kinds of chaos breaks out as the 30 of Roebuck starting to struggle a little bit in that 30. Now they're 3 wide. Parker inside Evers. Rivard might not have known they were 3 wide. He came down a little bit, pinched Evers pretty good. 3 wide with a lapped car. Parker on the inside. This just seems unnecessary. Hayden Lowell in the 67, also a lapped car. We're still 3 wide. These guys are bouncing off one another's door, and Blake Roebuck's loving this. He's getting the time to catch his breath and drive away a little bit. How long can these guys stay 3 wide? They come up off the corner, and now the 67 Hayden Lowell fills that gap, and we're going to stay 3 wide. It's the lap cars of Parker and Hayden Lowell forcing the battle for second to go 3 wide. Now Evers can finally drive down to the bottom. Rivard tags the 67's right rear quarter just a little bit. Ethan Evers unhappy on the radio.
Agreed.
Bill Rivard echoing that sentiment. And bad news for those trying to get a lucky dog. Nathan Lafayette going a lap down. Wes Parker stays ahead of him though, and passes race leader. And Wes Parker jumps out in front, now back on the lead lap. As Lafayette has gone a lap down. Playoff driver struggling. Lafayette did not take tires on that lap 30 caution. It's not paying dividends for him. So Parker back on the lead lap, 17th place after serving that green flag penalty. The battle for the lead once again heats up with Roebuck and Rivard now that those lap machines have gotten themselves out of the way. Lafayette 1 lap down, Hayden Lowell 1 lap down as he's gotten out of this mess. Havoc at Richmond, man. Makes sense, right? Track's not that far from VCU in the Siegel Center. It has VCU on the walls here. Why not, right? After all that drama, Roebuck and Rivard still 1-2. Ethan Evers 3rd, Harry Grindell 4th, Mike Edwards 5th. The only difference is Wes Parker back on the lead lap, and Hayden Lowell went from 2 laps down to 1 lap down. Harry Grindell trying to avoid the 26. Swerve to the inside. Edwards gets to his outside. Bunch of Toyotas doing battle. Edwards trying to keep his nose to the outside of Grindell. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Grindell sends it in deep. Edwards touches the apron a little bit. That's going to upset the car half the diamond the rest of the corner. Gallimore rides 6th. Dustin Franklin 7th. John Garrett 8th. Jay Munch is 9th. Jeremy Scherer, a quiet 10th. Ian Montrose in 11th. J.R. Deal 12th. Dingman 13th. Banky 14th. Bikey's wishing he took tires. He is in 15th. But he is 17 seconds behind the leader, so only about 6 seconds away from getting lapped. There is Wes Parker, the last car in lead lap, but at least he is pulling away from Hayden Lowell. Hayden Lowell, not that important, but he is pulling away from race leader. Alex Reeling in danger of going a lap down.
I need cars to stop going a lap down.
Hayden Lowell trying so hard. Well, you also need a yellow. You need more than just that. You need the yellow. Harry Grandella, Ethan Evers showing up as a 4X here. About 6 laps ago, I guess they made hard enough contact to set that off. Rivard still putting the heat on for the lead here, as they both lap the 42 of Alex Reeling. Alex Reeling now would be the free pass. Then Nathan Lafayette, then Hayden Lowe.
I'll get out of your way here.
Reeling up the track, letting quite a few lead lap cars through. Hayden jumped the start, then hit the tire barrels. He got 2 penalties. He was just bragging about pit road being his strength, and then he wrecks into the barrels. So you got an unsafe pit entrance and a black flag for jumping the start.
Hey, I know you.
Yes, he's been very fortunate to get the 1 lap down. Bill Rivari going for the race lead, gets to the inside of Roebuck. He's going to have the lead coming off turn number 2. Bill Rivard takes control of the race, takes it away from Blake Roebuck in the App State Ford Mustang. And Bill Rivard to the front. He'd been taking his time setting up that move. I think he'll pull away a little bit now. Grindel's finally gotten by Ethan Evers. Now Evers has his teammate Edwards to the inside. Edwards takes over the 4 spot as Evers falling back. Lap 69. Paul Gallimore in 6th. Dustin Franklin, John Garrett 7th and 8th. Jay Munch, the 69, is 9th. Jeremy Scher 10th. J.R. Deal in 11th. Montrose, Dingman, Matt Benke, Wes Parker, Brandon Bikey. That's all the cars on the lead lap. 1 lap down, Alex Reeling, Nathan Lafayette, Hayden Lowell, and then 3 laps down, Jeremy Clapper Newell in the 21. Closing in on halfway points. 10 points to the leader at halfway, 1 point to 10th. 1 point increments all the way through. Harry Grandel up the track a little bit there. He's gotten by Blake Roebuck though. Now Edwards trying to figure it out, how to get around the 30 as we close in on those points at halfway. Edwards gives a shot to Roebuck there. Roebuck really parking that car on the bottom to make sure it doesn't give up the bottom, but it's slowing him down. It's a typical short track move. You just get to the apex and park it. Once again, Edwards into the back of the 30 through 3 and 4.
Pitting here.
Someone pitting right before the halfway. But it sounds like someone not in the top 10. I think that would have been Clapper Newell. So we continue to watch this battle for 3rd. So the top 2 have kind of spread out. See if Edwards is able to get the extra point here or not as we close in on this halfway. You start lap 74, 2 laps till we give away points.
Thank you very much.
Edwards all over that Mustang.
Limbo, buddy.
Just can't get him off the bottom to get the spot. 3 and 4 has really been his strong point. There he is. Closes right in on the back of him. Roebuck all the way down the track to keep him from getting to the bottom. Edwards just goes lower. That's going to give him a really shallow entry. This could be dangerous. Edwards up the track a little bit, but doesn't make contact as we're coming to the points. Edwards, a little bit of contact in the center of the corner. Now Ethan
That's
Evers gets alongside the contact. And the 30 goes around Roebuck. It's going to bring out the caution as he goes around. Doesn't make it to the line. Yikes. Looks like a little bit of netcode as the 30 car just launched sideways.
That's me, baby.
Roebuck all the way down to 10th. It's the yellow flag. We get a stage caution, basically. Rivard gets the points. Let's go back and watch that one. Back up a little bit more. And we'll watch it on Far Chase. Riding on board with Roebuck. See, Edwards finally got inside of him. Heading down the backstretch into 3. Edwards drifts up a little bit. Roebuck tries to come back down. Evers is kind of down there. Then they kind of just meet in the middle, kind of going for the same spot. Be hard to assign that one if you're race control, especially with the netcode getting involved. Definitely contact though. Looks like Roebuck didn't want to give him any room, so he pinched down, and Evers didn't want to let out of the throttle, so he pushed up into him. Pit road, a busy place. Rivard getting the 10 points in the stage win there. Car having a bit of a spasm. A lot of them are jiggling around. It's weird. Let's see if you can watch this angle as they come off pit road. Entire top 15 on pit road. Looks like Bikey gets the free pass. Bill Rivard beats out Harry Grindell, Mike Edwards, Ethan Evers, Paul Gallimore, and a whole host of others as Wes Parker sits there. Parker gets to catch back up to the field. He'll be fun to watch coming from the back. Jeremy Scher, 15. He'll pass Parker, go out 13th. Parker will be 14th. JR Deal 15th. I believe that is Ian Montrose, 16th. Last car in lead lap.
Hi, Bill.
It looks like Clapper Newell is elected to take a waiver round. He'll go from 5 laps down to 4 laps down. I think he just pitted before that caution happened.
Yeah, can you give me that yellow now?
Bill Rivard leads. Let's see if we can have a chat with him.
Key over again.
No.
Bill, DG got copy? Hello. Well, you led the halfway lap there to get the 10 bonus points. How does that feel out there in the 10 car, and how you're in control of this one? Everyone's pitted, took 4 tires. Should be on equal strategy for most of the rest of the race.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm not 3 wide again. Up top, yeah, that was terrifying.
3 wide up top with a lap car at the bottom. How crazy was that?
Yeah, 2 of them. It's,
Yep.
Not surprised, but it, is what it is.
But to their credit, now one of them's on the lead lap, and the other one's only 1 lap down after being 3 laps down. So, they got to go for it.
Yeah, good for them. Proud.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm glad we didn't wreck there. That was good driving from me and Ethan.
Get in front of me, double
Definitely scary. I thought both of you were going to get the worst end of that.
Yeah, so did I. I thought I was dead.
Now you're out front and just have a little bit of rear end damage to show for it.
A little on the right front too.
But hey, still out front. You got,
Yeah, I just got
what,
black
69
spots,
laps?
that's
Figure the
awesome.
rest of this one out. Yeah, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, bud.
As race leader Bill Rivard in the 10 as we're getting set to go back to green flag racing. Start at lap 82. Let's pull in Travis. Trav, DG, got copy?
Hello.
Hello. Well, what do you think of the race so far? I figured I saw you hanging out down there. We'll have a chat.
It's been pretty entertaining so far. I'm having fun.
That's what it's about.
But that's okay.
Are you pulling for any of your 10-10s boys harder than any of the others, or all equally?
No, man. We don't play favorites. We want everyone to win. Then, you know what I mean?
Stand
Everyone
forward.
gets it. No, no, they don't. I was gonna say everybody gets a trophy, but I'm not gonna. No, they
Nope. We're not that league.
don't. No, they don't.
All right, bud. Well, caution back out. We'll let you go.
Nope. Well, hey, thanks, man.
Travis Spartan getting a quick word in there. Oh, we have an issue. Reeling is around. See how Reeling ends up facing the wrong direction. Up ahead, Hayden Lowell, Jeremy Scher all making contact. Then people let up. Hayden Lowell goes around. So Hayden Lowell definitely not getting the wave around here. Alex Reeling gets the worst end of that one, I believe. Hayden Lowell contact. Everyone checking up there, kind of stacked on top of one another, and it did not work out well. Hayden Lowell stopped on the inside of the track. Looks like he had to let some people by. If he didn't get contact, the 00 would be the lucky dog. We'll have to see what iRacing decides. It's like iRacing has decided everyone 1 laps down and 2 laps down got a contact, and so 4 laps down, Jeremy Clapper Newell will be our lucky dog. He drives around the field. So that had to really aggravate those 1 lap down machines. Looks like Mark Dingman in pit lane there. Wasn't a very busy pit lane, but Mark Dingman came down, as did Ian Montrose. Now we have some of the other folks coming in towards the rear of the field. Jeremy Scher, J.R. Deal. Could see some topping off of the tank here, as most of these guys were just down about 6-7 laps ago. And Scher nice and easy into his box, so not sliding the tires, getting some fuel here, I believe. Could even be some damage repair, I didn't think of that. JR Deal sits 16th. Who else is on pit road? Hayden Lowell, 1 lap down 17th, he's on pit road. He was involved in an accident. Lafayette obviously taking damage repair. Alex Reeling doing the same. So a lot of those guys going for damage repair. I didn't think Scher and JR had much damage, but they sit on pit road for about 28 seconds apiece. Hayden asking what happened. There's a checkup in front of you, and some people didn't check up behind you. It's a short way to put it. Hayden Lowell down and away. 1 lap down in 18th. Not the way he wanted his playoffs to start. Bill Rivard leading. That is the way he wanted his playoffs to start. Rivard leads Grindell, Edwards, Evers, and John Garrett, your top 5. All these cars last pitted 8 laps ago on our last caution. I think now that we've reached halfway, things are going to pick up in intensity a little bit. Be a lot less give and take. Not that there was a whole lot to begin with, but there will be even less. Lights should go out on our pace car. Rivard's going to take the bottom, Grindell to the top. Field will form up 2 by 2. Wow. Checking out the different cameras. TV3 is really far away on there on the backstretch. It's more of a good front stretch shot, but you can see the whole track. Pace car is off. We'll watch from here. Rivard and Grindell lead us to the restart zone. Rivard jumps on the throttle. Grindell under attack from Edwards for the 2nd spot. Edwards may have just tagged the wall in the 14. Grindell gets away as Edwards stacks him up behind him. Jay Wench a little deep into the corner, pushes up the track, but everyone stays straight. Start to single file towards the front. Battle is on for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. John Garrett, Roebuck, Jay Munch, and the 22 of Parker trying to work his way back up. Parker battling J-Munch. Roebuck and John Garrett battle ahead of them. Impressive how long these two have been side by side. It hasn't even been that close to contact. Now Wes Parker trying to figure out where to go as he's tired of riding behind him. Just going to think about 3 wide. Oh my. Glad he thought better of that. That would have been disastrous. Garrett slides up in the center of the corner a little bit. May have made slight contact with Roebuck. Wes Parker looks like he's going to try that 3 wide again, although Garrett falling back a little bit. Roebuck may not be to his outside. Parker going to drive it in deep inside of John Garrett. Garrett keeps him pinched down there. Parker doesn't make contact. That's some good driving by both of those guys. Parker driving hard, but no contact. It's like he moved up the track a little bit to get his entry. John Garrett gave him a little extra room. That allows Parker through, and now J-Munch is alongside John Garrett. Oh, J-Munch makes contact with John Garrett, spins him up and into the outside wall. That is definitely not what you want. J-Munch, John Garrett make contact. John Garrett goes around. Our real-life ARCA driver and series sponsor getting turned around by J-Munch.
Lead lap, baby!
Looks like Hayden Lull was the first car 1 lap down. He'll get back on the lead lap as a result. So Wes Parker and Hayden Lull both recovering from black flags to get on the lead lap. Wes Parker up to 6th, and now Hayden will be lead lap in 17th. See how much damage the 66 car has. John Garrett, playoff driver, getting turned around there. It's like Harry Grindell pits from 2nd. Bikey is going to pit. Bikey, of course, has that extra set of tires from early in the race when he stayed out on an old set. Then it looks like Gallimore on back. Gallimore, Dingman, Deal, Scherer. John Garrett, of course, with the contact. And then Hayden Lull will be the lucky dog. Let's see if he comes down. Hayden last pitted 10 laps ago. If nothing else, I expect him to come down top off the tank because why not? I guess he thought he didn't need to.
Off the tank, BG. I'm gonna repair damage.
Don't hit the pit wall this time. He manages not to wreck it on the way in.
I definitely didn't almost speed.
See if we can get a chat with the 14 of Mike Edwards. Michael, DG, got a copy?
Hi.
Well, a couple of green cars leading the field. How does it feel out there in the 14 so far?
It's sketchy, but it's fun. I feel like I got more speed on the long run than I do the short run, which kind of surprising from.
Shocking for you.
Yeah, been taking a little bit slower, but I don't know if we're gonna get a long run in. And now you got 22 and 67 about to plow through the field.
Just
Yep.
a little bit left. That wasn't a big deal. It was the next corner I got ass fucked.
I'm sorry, John.
John Garrett sounds not happy.
No, he's not happy in team chat either.
I would imagine. I mean, he did just get plowed through.
Hey, I give you
Yeah, we've
credit
all been there
for pinching me down all the way at the bottom, but that was very tight.
How's your night going?
No, we
It's
were
going
good.
good.
It was the next
just
time somebody drove over.
Enjoying
that
watching
building.
2 beautiful cars in 2nd and 3rd, and
Oh,
good
I mean,
racing
you're
at my
fine.
home
I'm
track.
just saying
You
that was
know,
good
it's a
credit
good time.
going into, like,
You
had
tell
me
that
down there,
26
like,
to
really
slow down.
tight. It
His
was just
tires
it's
have been
crazy.
10 to 15% worse than mine.
We
Yeah,
don't
I
do
was,
slow down in the
shining
26, sir.
tight for you. You were so
I see that.
I was had my hand out the window.
But when you're worse than the 14, who is known
Thought you'd be
for
flipping me off
destroying
a little bit.
tires, and that's concerning.
There is that. There is that. Well, we got a whole bunch of playoff drivers up in the top 4. What are your thoughts moving forward for the second half of this race?
Just get a decent finish and not crash out. I smacked the wall there, but it didn't seem like it affected my car.
You hit Roebuck
Thanks.
so many times in the back bumper, your front nose has a little bit of a crinkle.
Yeah, got a good point. Confident in Gateway next week, so if I can just get past this round, I think we'll be going.
10-4. All right, going back green. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Mike Edwards in the 14, rides in second. Always fun to chat with Mikey. We already talked to Bill earlier, so I figured we'd chat with Mikey in second. And here we go, back under green. Edwards and Evers side by side there for the second spot, as that outside line always struggles with this new restart stuff. Edwards gets clear of second. Now Roebuck and Evers battle for third. Looks like most of the field's made it safely through 1 and 2. Evers trying to maintain track position here and force the 30 of Roebuck back to fourth. Parker going to take him 3 wide. Parker been a man on a mission. Sends it in deep. Parker a little out of shape coming off of 2. So is Evers as the 6 of Gallimore is around. Paul Gallimore off the track, so no caution. We stay green. Front end of that 6 car is missing though. Gallimore, a tough break there. Bill Rivard continues to lead. Evers has gotten back in front of Parker. Parker between him and Roebuck. Roebuck has Grindel trying to get by as Grindel gets to the inside of Roebuck.
Yeah, son.
Grindel up the track a little bit. Hayden Lowell has crashed.
It's getting kind of frustrating. How many times do you stop in the entry of a corner and then, or not stop?
JR Deal.
I don't know.
Hayden Lowell.
Behind the wrong, but I know he's taking my line. And I'm sorry, I'm not as fast as you. You get back on it a lot faster than I do. Sorry.
Hayden Lowell intentionally taking JR Deal to the wall.
I'm not mad about how fast you are or aren't. It's just, I don't understand, because nothing you do is consistent.
Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
We got beef. Hayden Lowell and JR Deal beefing.
Honesty's the best policy.
And it's in a short track racing.
Oh, God. Rivard leads Edwards, Parker third. Evers, Grindel battle for fourth. Grindel's to the high side of Evers. Trying to take the long way around. Brendan Bikey now in sixth. Oof. Is that Parker in the wall at 22? Smacking the wall. Harry Grindel had thoughts of going to the outside of Parker as well. Grindel making the outside work, gets up to the 4th spot. No, it was too far off the track and no cars were coming at speed when he turned around. It's no race control, so it has to be iRacing thrown. So Rivard, Edwards, Parker, Grindel, Evers, Bikey. Bikey looking to the outside of Evers. Probably going to try to enter high, drive it off low, get a run down the backstretch. Now Grindel going to use that move on Parker. Battle for 3rd and 5th at the same time. Bikey does get 5th away, but Grindel fighting Wes Parker here for the 3rd spot. As Parker up off the preferred line. How long can these two run side by side? Parker gets a really good run off the top side of 4 there. So he can be able to close the door on Grindel. Grindel not quite giving it up yet, but I think he's going to hear. Yep. Rivard, Edwards, Parker, Grindel. Bikey now in 5th. Of course, Parker and Grindel not in the playoffs. So Rivard, Edwards, and then Bikey in 5th. Ethan Evers 6th, Blake Roebuck 7th, Dustin Franklin 8th. All of those are playoff cars. J Munch, John Garrett also playoff cars. This could get interesting. John Garrett is caught up to J Munch. J Munch giving him plenty of room this time. That was entertaining. John Garrett gets around J Munch up into the 9th spot. Grindel Parker battle once again. Grindel's nose ahead of the line there, would be credited for 3rd that lap. Now Parker going to have Bikey to contend with. Bikey tried to get to his inside, not quite there. Jumps up high. And try to cross it over, but catches the apron a little bit. That's going to upset the 27. He's going to have to wait for another turn as Grindel moving towards the front here. Starting to get on the back bumper of the 14 of Edwards. Looking at the lap charts, it makes sense. Grindel does have the freshest tires by about 17 laps. Grindel and Bikey both on this tire strategy. They are currently 3rd and 5th and moving their way forward. Grindel gets to the outside of Edwards. So we see different strategies at play here. Looks like that's Gallimore on the inside of the track. Grindel going to take the high side. Team Kamikaze number 70 takes over to 2nd position. Now he will set sail after race leader Bill Rivard. So that's only 17 laps difference on tires. You can see how much of a difference it makes. He's already closing in on the back bumper of race leader Bill Rivard. Just a matter of time before Harry Grindel leads this race. Wes Parker way up the track. He's going to get a huge run down this backstretch, but he's going to tuck in behind the 27 of Bikey. Try to fill the gap as he goes inside Mike Edwards. There's door-to-door contact, Bikey and Edwards.
That was on me, Mike. Sorry, dude.
Mike gets pushed back to 5th as Bikey drop kicks him in the door a little bit. Back up front, here comes Harry Grindel. Rivard gets out of shape coming out of 2,
I
but
wasn't blocking, I got loose.
Grindel
Yeah, so, okay.
to the lead. Rivard obviously got loose there, but not putting up too much of a fight as he knows there's a tire difference, and he settles in to manage his tires. 39 laps now and counting on Bill Rivard's tires. Grindel takes over the lead.
Come on, hit me.
Bikey in the 3rd spot. Parker is 4th. Mike Edwards in 5th. Ethan Evers 6th. Blake Roebuck just got passed by Dustin Franklin. Roebuck up the hill. Dustin Franklin through for 7th. Now John Garrett will try to work on Roebuck. I believe John Garrett has a win here in the Cup Series. He's going to get by Roebuck as Roebuck gets into the outside wall off 2. J Munch going to get through as well. There's 3 playoff drivers battle there. Garrett moving through. Would it be a real sidewinder race if West didn't stir the pot? Probably not. It probably would not count. It wouldn't even go in the stats. Harry Grindel, with the fresh tires now, has stretched out his lead to a full 2nd over Bill Rivard. Rivard has 8 tenths over Bikey in 3rd. Bikey on the same tire strategy as Grindel, so probably only a matter of time till he pushes up to the 2nd spot. Wes Parker rides in the 4th position as Mike Edwards and Ethan Evers do battle behind him. Evers now moves up ahead of Edwards into the 5th spot. You have Dustin Franklin in 7th. J Munch has gotten back around John Garrett. No contact, it seems, this time. Roebuck in 10th. Jeremy Scherer 11th. Benke in 12th. Ian Montrose, Mark Dingman, 13th and 14th. Hayden Lowell, 15th. Hayden had all that contact with J.R. Deal and no caution came out. J.R. Deal 16th. Last car on the lead lap is Harry Grindell right on his back bumper. To change that status, J.R. Deal will fall 1 lap down. Nathan Lafayette about to go 2 laps down. And just like that, J.R. Deal on a lap by himself. Nathan Lafayette and Paul Gallimore both 2 laps down, so they could battle. Clapper Newell 3 laps down, and looks like Reeling has retired the 42 car. He will finish 20th. Surprised Pikey hasn't caught up to Rivard yet. Their lap times aren't very different, to be honest. Both running 24.3s.
Party.
26 laps remain from Richmond. This race is flying by. See Gallimore and Parker side by side, not for position. Evers 5th, Edwards 6th, Franklin in 7th, J Munch 8th. John Garrett's fallen back a ways. In the 9th position has Jeremy Scher and Matt Benke trying to close in. Ian Montrose rides 12th. Blake Roebuck is 13th. Hayden Lowell struggling to recover. Currently in 14th. So Grindell's lead 1.8 over Bill Rivard. 24 laps to go. Jeremy Scher, John Garrett battle inside the top 10. It's a battle for 9th. Playoff drivers trying to position themselves for the finish. There's Matt Benke. Scher takes over 9th spot from John Garrett. Mr. Franklin and J Munch close together here. I think that is our new closest battle on track. Dustin Franklin and J Munch. Franklin 7th, J Munch 8th. See, about everybody has a little bit of nose damage now. Or back end damage, one of the two. You've either been hit or been doing the hitting. Short track. Racing at its finest here, Richmond, Virginia. Grindell's lead now 2.3 seconds. Rivard has 2 seconds over. 1.5 over Bikey. 1 second back to Parker. Parker has a half second over Ethan Evers. So that battle getting close. Cortez, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a delightful Tuesday. As we're last 20 laps here from Richmond, Virginia. My dog's excited about it.
Take it low, Ethan.
Gallimore slide up the track right in front of Ethan, saying take it low. Evers rides in the 5th spot. Roebuck just got by Montrose. That's an extra point for Roebuck if he's able to hang on to it.
Sorry about that.
Every point matters in the playoffs. You got 2 races to get yourself through to the next round of 8, and with all 12 drivers showing up, that window is going to be tight. $18 to go. Laps ticking by in a hurry. Grindell about to put Hayden Lowell back down a lap. Hayden pinching him down, trying not to go a lap down. trying to do everything he can. I think it's just going to be too little too late. Grindel now looking to the high side on Hayden low. Hayden, of course, has to do everything he can to try and hold on to his playoff standings. But obviously, his car is undermatched at this point with all the damage. He's racing Harry Grindel
If a back marker didn't dawn me.
very hard. See the race leader, Harry Grindel, very not happy about it. Have we lost the 27? There he is. Blinked out for a minute. Hayden fighting for his championship. Trying everything he can with Harry Grindel. At this point, I don't think he's going to get back in front of Harry. So if he just tries to stay as close as he can to Harry and pass anyone that Harry passes, should get the free pass, if he's able to do that. 14 to go. Time is running out for any of these Hail Mary moves to work out for anybody.
Sorry guys, my headset froze. I'm back now.
Mikey's back.
I'm back.
Or is that reeling? One of the two. I think Mikey would have had much more issue than he had if it was Mikey, so we'll call it reeling. So drama settled down there. Grindel able to get around. Now we have Parker, Bikey, Evers, and Gallimore. Gallimore not on the lead lap, but in the picture. The 3 cars in front of him all for position. The 22 of Parker, the 27 of Bikey, and the 26 of Ethan Evers. All battle 3rd, 4th, and 5th. John Garrett able to get around Matt Benke, moves back into the top 10. We'll watch battle unfold here. We also have Franklin and J Munch doing battle with 11 laps remaining. Suddenly all sorts of battles on track. John Garrett, Benke and Roebuck, excuse me.
Hello there, Michael.
Parker driven away a bit from Bikey and Evers as they battle for 4th now. Evers able to get to the inside of Bikey, but I don't think he got enough momentum off the corner. Oh, Evers gets into the back of Bikey. Everyone able to keep it straight. Good save there. Like Bikey was trying to pinch, Evers was trying to get by and not let him pinch, and they kind of met in the middle once again. Evers up the hill, now Edwards inside Bikey. Oh, Edwards just clobbers the 27.
I'm so sorry.
And he saves it. Bikey with the outstanding save. Tries to gas it up, almost loses it again. Grabs the gear in a 27. Stays going. He got a little beat up there by the 2 Cave RP cars, both of them getting into Bikey there. He falls from 4th to 6th, but still. Oh no, he is struggling now. Got those rear tires heated up, he's sliding all over the place. Dustin Franklin's starting to close in, as is J Munch. While we're showing you all this, Harry Grindel has 3 seconds over the field. Rivard, a long gap as well as Dingman. Dingman with a full send there. Dingman off the lead lap, so not for position. J Munch gets up and into the outside wall, but again, that not for position. You saw the 00 in the background. Nathan Lafayette struggling to get the power down. Looks like the cars are getting very slippery off of turn 2. Ethan Evers 4th, Mike Edwards 5th. That's a battle for the 4th spot as the caution comes out. The 35 has gone around. Amtrak machine's gone off the rails. Harry Grindel, I heard him say it was going so well. Just needed to get to the ends. Let's see what happens here. Roebuck gets out of shape coming out of 2. Didn't get out to the wall, and the 35 of Benke goes around as a result of the 30 trying to get off the corner. Let's go back and far chase it once again. Hero Buck's kind of up in the second groove, right behind John Garrett, comes down on the 35, and then looks like a little bit of netcode as it bounces that rear end a few times around.
Hi, Wesley.
Finally, the Amtrak car goes around.
Hello.
Heard Harry Grindell upset as he has to come to pit road with everyone. Sure, we will see everyone take tires here because it is such a fall off if you don't. Somebody like Montrose might roll the dice, but I doubt it. If it does, that would be one chaotic cluster F. I would not advise it. Now we may see some cars stay out that were towards the back here. Get the wave around, that would be a good move. Grindell going to lead everyone off pit road. Grindell, Bill Rivard, Wes Parker, Ethan Evers, Mike Edwards, Brandon Bikey, Dustin Franklin, Jay Munch, Jeremy Scherer, John Garrett. All of these 4-tire stops except for Ian Montrose, who hasn't come to pit road. I'm sure he'll come down now. Yeah, Ian Montrose to pit road with the lucky dog. Drivers taking a wave around look like they are Blake Roebuck, Hayden Lowell, and Mark Bigman, along with the 21 of Clapper Newell and the 6 of Gallimore, who are more than 1 lap down. Clapper Newell will move from 4 laps down to 3, and Gallimore will go from 2 laps down to 1. Other cars 1 lap down include Matt Binky, J.R. Deal. Guess they decided not to take the wave around for these 2 cars. A bit of a interesting call there. I would have taken the wave around if I were them. Only 2 laps to go. You're not going to have a whole lot of time to go back a lap down. So it kind of just pinches them from being able to pass anybody.
Who thinks this is the only attempt?
Nah, I doubt it.
It says 1 of 3.
People will get very aggressive now.
Harry, sorry, I had chat muted, but sorry for racing you really hard. I just needed to try to stay on the lead lap as long as possible.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, it was a bit excessive to be doing it, but we're alive, so I'm not too mad.
I like that.
Yeah, I didn't mean to door you. I just meant to, like, do everything I could.
Rattle his cage.
Parker with the Earnhardt line. There go the wave arounds. We're getting set for green-white checker attempt number 1. Now everyone's on level tires. At least the top 11. Roebuck, Hayden Lowell, and Digman with the wave around. They're going to be older tires for sure. But the top 11, all on fresh tires. Heard Harry Grindell say it was going so well. And the caution comes out. Here we go. 2 to go. Grindell gets us restarted. Rivard going to have Wes Parker to battle as they go side by side. Grindell gets away. We'll see if the caution comes back out. Grindell way up the track in the 70. Still holds the race lead, but that was a very unorthodox line. Edwards has gotten clear of Evers. Settles into 4th by himself. Now we get the white flag. White flag out. Harry Grindell doesn't have to worry about any more restarts. Just has to worry about the 22 and 10 behind him. Parker sends it in deep inside of Bill Rivard. Rivard needs to make sure nothing happens here. Edwards going to get into the back of Parker. Parker gets sideways, drifts it up the track. He clips Bill Rivard. Parker then collects Ethan Evers. Evers is going to go around. Harry Grindell going to get the win.
Good race, guys.
Edwards gets 2nd. Bill Rivard 3rd, and not happy with Edwards. After he gets in the back of Parker, Parker gets into Edwards. Or Rivard. Then Parker gives a shot to Mike Edwards.
Good win, Harry.
Harry Grindell with the win. Had to sweat it out with the green-white checker. Yeah,
Good
for
one,
sure,
Harry.
Reeling, for sure. Grindell
Thank
with
you.
the victory. Team Kamikaze Toyota doing burnouts on the front stretch. We can get a top 3 to the interview room, por favor. Bill Rivard, Mike Edwards. That could be interesting. And Harry Grindell. See if we can't get Bill up here. I'm going to drag him up. He's down in his team chat.
Hello.
Bill, DG, got a copy?
What's up?
Well, chaotic finish to the race there. You're still a third place is a good finish after everything that went down. Tell me how it felt out there and how you're able to bring home a podium finish.
I mean, it felt good. It was a good battle there. I mean, I'm not too happy with your driver right now. No reason to really send like that, but you know, we're good.
It's in for it. Well, you got those friends, family, sponsor shoutouts for that third place finish tonight.
Yeah, I got Propel, got 10 Tenths, got Joel for the paint, got Stay Fresh for the being boys out there. Cave RP, let's go.
It's in for if you need something done in Cave RP to your automobile, go see them at Stay Fresh.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, Bill. Have a good night, sir.
See ya.
Bill Rivard, obviously unhappy with the 14 after that. We'll go grab Mike Edwards, bring him up here for his interview. Drivers not wanting to go to the waiting room tonight. Mike, DG, got a copy? Hello.
Hi.
There you are. Well, you went full send there, got into the back of Wes Parker, shot him up the track, and into Bill Rivard, who is now unhappy with you. How did you feel about all that?
Yeah, I feel kind of bad about it because it also killed Ethan. Never really good at bumping runs and didn't mean to kill him there. Also looked like Parker braked a little bit before me, but not sure. I don't know. Apologies to everybody involved, but yeah, I wish it would have gone green there.
Stand for, we bring it home in the second position. A little bit of a chaotic end of the race there, and put on your manager hat now. How do you feel about the season overall now that the playoffs are underway?
I am ready for it to be over. It's been a long season.
10-4. Well, for me, it feels like it's flown by, but I'm not driving it, so you know.
Understandable.
All right, bud. Congrats on the second place finish. Good luck keeping your ears not boxed after that, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.
Mike Evers in the 14 brings it home in second. Now we'll go grab race winner Harry Grindell in the 70 machine, getting the victory tonight. Harry, how does it feel to be a winner now in the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series?
Unexpected is how that feels. I really wasn't expecting that coming into tonight. Last week was Talladega, so I mean, in real terms, this felt more like a series debut, really, because it was more of a real track, so to speak. So yeah, I really wasn't expected to wind up in victory lane. That is an odd feeling.
And yet here we are. Got it done out there tonight. I mean, you're kind of steadily moving up through the field after your qualifying run, and we were keeping tabs on you. We thought maybe you finished in the top 5, and here you go, taking the win away with that excellent tire strategy. It went green right when you needed it to, right after you took a set of tires, and a lot of people did not. You were able to burn up, run to the front, get the track position, and then stayed out long enough that everyone came for tires again, and that sets you up perfectly to have the track position.
It did, yeah. I mean, I forfeited my qualifying. I just didn't run because Richmond traditionally isn't a track that really goes well with me. It works well with my style, but it only works well for the first 5 to 10 laps, and then I'll burn out the right front. So that really didn't happen tonight. So that wasn't really something I was expecting. So, yeah, so I started in the back just to so I could. I mean, half so I'd be out of the mess, and half because, to be honest, coming up to the midfield is fun. It makes me feel like I'm going a lot faster than I actually am.
10-4.
But yeah, I mean. Just came through the midfield and then just never really stopped. I don't know. I mean, usually I'm off way too deep into turn 1. That burns up the right front. That just wasn't happening tonight. It was surviving it, and just kept moving up and moving up and moving up in that initial green flag run. Eventually wound up like second, and had the caution of the middle. And like you said, I mean, I was honestly more so thinking of the fuel than the tires when I came in because I didn't know exactly what the fuel number was. But I was guessing it was somewhere around 60 laps, and it was going to be close if my number was right. So I decided, you know what, lap 95, I'd have 55 laps to go. Now's the perfect time, and I get tires as a bonus. I mean, their tires all fall off before mine do. I wasn't expecting to have the grip advantage, just the the longevity advantage. And yeah, both of those came in. And yeah, despite the green white checker, just sort of held on. I nearly lost it coming into one. It was dirt tracking into one, but yeah, held on, and here we are.
Yeah, you you definitely sent it deep in one, but fortunately they were side by side behind you. Nobody was able to capitalize on that. A little bit of a mistake there. Able to still bring the win home tonight. Congrats on that. You got those friends, family, and sponsor shout outs for us tonight, sir.
Yeah, obviously, Team Kamikaze, main thing on this car. Huge shout out to them and all of those. Centered Hosting and Sawyer, Kamikaze's backers. Huge shout out to them and supporting us. To Chance 2 Boat Sports. The rest of those boys aren't here tonight, but huge shout out to them for running with me inside Winder as a whole. To yourself for streaming, for everybody who puts this on. And yes, it's Dysautonomia Awareness Month last month, wasn't it? I missed that a couple of times, so I'll say that once more now that we're in November as a recap on that. Shout out to that. Great causes surrounding that. So yeah, that's what I'll say.
Sam 4, we appreciate you, my friend. Congrats on your first victory in the Xfinity series, and thanks for coming out and racing with us. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Harry Grindell getting the victory tonight in the number 70 Team Kamikaze Toyota. Let's go ahead and take a look at our final results here once we can get things to move around and get where they need to be. There we go. Takes a minute. Harry Grindell, Mike Edwards, Bill Rivard, Wes Parker, Brandon Bikey, your top 5. Dustin Franklin, Jeremy Scherer, John Garrett, Ian Montrose, and Ethan Evers, after that contact late in the race, dropped them all the way down to 10th. Second page, Jay Munch, Hayden Knoll, Blake Roebuck, Mark Dingman, Matt Benke, J.R. Deal, Paul Gallimore, Nathan Lafayette, Jeremy Clapper Newell, and Alex Reeling. Those are all the cars credited with starting the race. There were 21 in session, but the 21st car did not run a lap, so 20 cars officially running the race tonight. Hopefully we'll see everyone back here next week. Let's take a look at where we're headed for the last round of the round of 12. Jump on board with our, I know I have it, Xfinity schedule. There we go. They have Gateway next week, Gateway Motorsports Park, the Worldwide Technology Raceway there in Gateway. That'll be an interesting one to go ahead and wrap up round number 1 of the playoffs, round of 12. Hope to see everyone back here next week for that, or tomorrow night in Clint stream for the Cup race. Come on by, check it out, twitch.tv/Clobberts, CLOBBERTS. That's for the Cup race tomorrow night. Hope everyone has had a wonderful night. We have to say this has been iRacing.com. Head on over there, pick up this car, this track, and a subscription. Come race with us. Head on over to DGSRacing.com. Click on the big red snake. That'll get you to our Discord, where you can sign up to run any one of our 9 different series. Harry here's won in 2 different series this season. He's won in the 1987 Cup Series and now in the B cars on the Xfinity side of it as well. So come on by, check it out. DGSRacing.com. We'd love to have you. We're all about community. So no matter if you're very good at it, very bad at it, or somewhere in between like most of us, come on by, check it out. DGSRacing.com. Be part of our community. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We'll see you in the next race.